It's Tuesday. Hot mic. It's Tuesday. It's your man DJ Motormane.
Yeah,
DJ Spillz on the wheels.
we're here. You
No
know what
Flack.
it is.
No Flack, but he was with us earlier for FaceTime Tuesday.
Yeah.
Right now we're sitting down with the owners of In the Rough Style, and finally we can put a face behind the name.
Absolutely.
So shout out to In the Rough Style
Yes.
for coming through today.
In the rough styles in the
with the Burgh
building. How you
Boys.
guys doing? How you doing?
We're good. We're good.
Good.
So could you guys please tell everybody what it is you guys do?
Basically, we write. Honestly,
Yeah.
I
Right.
mean,
Writers.
yeah, we write.
Yeah.
We're writers at the end of the day. I think that it's in vogue to call us archivists,
Okay.
historians,
Okay.
sort of like that. You know, writing is at the forefront of what we do, and that's always going to play a role. That's what we love to do. But at the same time, we're in a day and age where not everyone's reading. You know, people like to see information conveyed in different ways, and so we also try to work in video. We try to work in visuals as well. So telling stories in different ways is important, and that's what we try to do.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's
So,
fantastic.
You guys introduce yourselves separately, so
So the people.
where everybody can know that In the
Yeah.
Rough Style is not one person,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
two people.
Absolutely.
My name is Alex Young. I'm a twin. Like, that's the most important thing. I'm a twin. Max. I'm Maxwell. Yeah, we're twins and we do this together. But it's interesting because we don't do it. I feel like people think that they see the same person all the time, and it's probably my brother. He's in Pittsburgh a lot.
Oh, that's dope. So you don't live here?
No, I don't. I live in D.C. I've been there for the
Oh.
past 5 years. And so in the D.C. part of In the Rough, which is something that's prevalent on the site, is my doing, I would say. You know, Pittsburgh is my hometown, though. The pride is definitely felt. Like, I miss home when I'm not here. And at the same time, though, having the Steelers brand, if you're familiar with that, that is how I try to keep that connection alive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there's definitely always a Pittsburgh Steelers connection in all avenues. When you want to see the Steelers, you can go to California, DC,
No, it's actually great.
Virginia,
It's-
anywhere.
no,
There's
it's
a Steelers bar,
Steelers
or
Nation.
somewhere to go.
Steelers Nation is insane. Like, yeah, there's one in Italy.
Oh.
They're all over the place.
Worldwide.
Yeah.
Worldwide nation.
For sure. And so what do you guys? I know you guys this past year. How long have you guys had your annual?
Commendations.
Yeah,
We've
commendation.
had that for 2 years now.
Okay, 2
This
years.
was the last year. Commendations, it got popping last year, honestly.
Yeah.
That was the first time we had voting.
Mhm.
The first year we did it, it was just like from the articles that we had written in Pittsburgh and some in DC and about photographers that we published and things like that. So it was really like our opinion and coming from a documentary place just to talk about what we had published for that year. But this past year, it was dope because we see a lot. We see a lot, and we like a lot. You know what I mean? Like, we like a lot of culture in Pittsburgh and in DC, so we're just trying to showcase it for the commendations. I think what was important too is that we were able to bring the people in. Like, it was cool to try it the first time and sort of have our voices be heard as, hey, this is what we think is cool.
Yeah.
But to create a avenue for the people to participate in that is important in the city because that's how you cultivate an ecosystem of culture, so
Right.
that everyone feels that they're involved. Because you see familiar faces when you go to these shows, when you go to these different events, and so it's important that those people too feel involved.
Right. Absolutely. So besides the commendation, what do you guys plan on? What's next for you guys? Like, what do you have planned? Like, is there anything that you can kind of throw at us that you haven't dropped yet?
Yeah, that's a fun question to be asked.
Yeah. We like to get exclusives here,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things. We know you guys are busy in the culture and in the scene, pushing the things that you guys see in your own light, and it's respected. You get what I mean? So that's why I ask, like, what's next for you guys? Because mean, as far as writing, I assume that'll continue. But
Yeah.
is there anything else that you plan on kind of getting into?
For sure, I can say for the most definite, September 7th is the day we're planning for season 02 for Steelers.
Cool.
And that'll be the third collection. We do seasons and post seasons is how we're sort of breaking it down, these collections. And this is the second season. We did the first collection the beginning of last season. And this range of clothing is sort of going back to the basics. If you saw the first collection, it was embroidered left chest design, long sleeves that just said Steelers, and then it was talking about like the heritage and tradition of Super Bowls and like the founding date and things like that. But there'll be some variations, but we're going back to the embroidery for that collection, and also going to have some sweatpants and sweatshirts as well. So
That's cool.
That's exciting for sure. But also in November 24th, Saturday after Thanksgiving, is Turkey Bowl and Nat.
Oh.
It's our Turkey Bowl tournament in the Ruffin Stillers.
Oh,
We want to
so an actual football
Yeah.
game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Come out and play.
Yeah.
Play for cash.
Yep,
Bro. Like,
grand
we're out
prize.
here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow! So you guys do the whole like y'all have a whole event plan behind this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's dope.
yeah, that's
Like,
fantastic.
it's really not about us. It's about the city. Like, through Steelers, it's Pittsburgh, and through our writing, like, it's about everybody in the community. And I know to speak on the accommodations real quick, like, it was a large list of people, but it wasn't the whole city. And, like, we're taking that upon ourselves to make sure that we do get the whole city. Like, we need to be as thorough as possible to put the city on in the best light as possible.
Thorough.
So,
Well, I can speak on some of you guys' behalf too, because I know as a media journalist, whatever you decide to take is still your story. So, that's what some people have to take into consideration. But in the day of the way how things are, a lot of stuff can get misconstrued.
I remember Block or Die coming up,
misused.
like, honestly, because just to put it, like, in foundation, I check hypebeast.com all the time. Hypebeast.com check that. So I was looking for ways like that's in Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? Like, people talk about the culture. They talk about what's going on in Pittsburgh on the internet and word of mouth and whatever. So, like, I was on a hunt. I was on a hunt to find this type of popular culture in the city. And, like, Blog or Die helped me discover people. Instagram helped me discover people following various accounts and things like that. So, like, pay respect where respect is due. Like, you guys got best podcast, so thank you for having us, honestly.
We
Yeah.
appreciate that too. We appreciate that too.
Yeah.
And I one of the things that I like is that you guys do still write, because like you said, a lot of people don't really like to read,
Mm-mm.
and that's where I kind of ran into my problem. Was I just started feeling like I was writing for nothing, because like people weren't reading it. Now
Mhm.
that's not totally true, because there are people that still like check for the site today.
For sure.
Yep.
But the fact that I just was like, I felt like I was just throwing pennies in a well. Did you guys ever feel like that at all?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it does feel that way a little bit because people say there's not a lot of money in the media industry, and obviously we are trying to change that and doing well at changing it. But it's still worth it because what you're reading, it's just a different sensory. So how you pick up the info, it's just different understanding. I feel like you comprehend more whenever you're reading something personally. But yeah, it's not throwing pennies in the well. Like, I remember like coming up writing about sneakers a lot, and Pitt basketball had this one game on ESPN. Well, they had a lot of games on ESPN, but it was like James Robinson year, Mike Young, and they were wearing like some J's and some foam posits that were dope. And so I wrote about it real quick, and the Oakland Zoo student section Twitter picked it up and like retweeted it, and like it went crazy. And like that was, I don't know, I told you the players so you can see the years, but
Yeah.
that was like one of the first times that like it was like this has impact. Like people care about
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
Being
Yeah.
able-
Being able to like write and actually being seen and heard is probably one of the best feelings for sure. It's
Yeah.
almost like an artist that paints, you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
to get your stuff actually seen like and heard by the
Yeah.
right people.
It's almost like you
Yeah.
do it for yourself at the end of the day too, because I think that
Mhm. For sure.
we're now year 7 going on 8 into this, and this type of being able to be here didn't happen overnight. So you definitely have to do it out of a labor of love, as you guys do. And even as far as music too, you just have to work at it on your own, and you can't really be concerned about the outside world, because what happens when you concern yourself with that, you sort of get lost, and when you don't, that's when people start to care, and then you can sort of grow your voice. So
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we love to write.
no, absolutely.
What are some of the things in the city that you guys are excited about?
Hell yeah, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yo, honestly, I think about this question a lot because there's a lot that I should be writing about, but like it takes a minute to write about an article, so I have a lot of time in my head thinking about like plotting. Honestly, so top of mind, bass Grace. Grace, the DJ, she's fire. Like just her movement, honestly, the feline entertainment movement, but also just her taste in the music that she's playing when she's out and showcasing it. 1, 2, honestly, like a lot of music, okay, and not just touch on music in general, but Aris Tatilovich, bro, the designer.
Shout out to Reese.
Yeah, he's from Butler County, but he moved to New York to find success, doing fashion and whatnot. But he's on another level of how he produces material, and like he's in a wave with John Geiger and Michaela Ray too, like of how they're making material just cool, but also having quality craftsmanship. There's a lot, Max.
For me, I look at it from a macro lens because I'm from DC. I'm living in DC. So I get my information from in the rough, honestly. That's the beautiful part of it. But for me, I'm interested in how we can, I think, we have Creative Drink as a staple event that brings together a mass amount of people, a mass amount of creatives from all over the city. But I'm interested, like, whenever the college crowd comes back, because I was thinking earlier today, like, just thinking about my perspective in DC, there's a lot of colleges there. But here in Pittsburgh, there are a lot of colleges. There's Pitt, there's Point Park, there's CMU, there's Duquesne, exactly.
And yeah,
Right.
And there's
So how to sort of be able to capture the college vibe on like a regular basis, and whether you're over 21, under 21 in school, and sort of getting that vibe, because the youth, and I say they're the youth of like the party scene, they want to turn up like no one else. Like they are raging 24/7, and whoever can capture that is going to do it right.
No, absolutely. I feel like and I feel like as far as you guys, you came to the college scene, and you really did well. Like all those colleges that you named, I can personally tell you that I've seen people from every one of those schools, somehow, some way retweet it, like it, comment on it. You know what I mean? Like it's a that's like a niche market, and I feel like you guys covered that really well when you were, as far as me seeing it.
Yeah.
First establishing yourselves in the game.
I mean, we're just coming from school, honestly. My brother just graduated. I graduated last year. Like
And where'd you guys graduate from?
Point Park, and then I graduated from George Washington in DC.
In DC,
yeah. So it's just like we wanted to be able to capture what we saw going on in school and in our environment, and it just happens that it's the youth, bro. I mean, you always got to follow the youth, but we're coming up at the same time where we can document them at the same time and sort of push our own agenda as well.
Yeah. We got the Steelers thing out of you guys. We got the whole commendation stuff. Is there anything that we did miss that you guys wanted to cover while you were here? I mean, Motor, did you have any more questions for them? I mean, because we do have a game that we want to play with you. That's why I'm just making sure, like that I wanted to make sure we got everything out that you guys had to say.
Let's play a game.
Yeah, let's play a game. Oh shit.
Wait, we have some questions for you though. Let's play. We'll ask you some questions.
Okay.
I'm curious.
Fuck
Go
it.
ahead.
Let's start with Antonio Brown or Jerry Rice.
I seen the end of Jerry Rice. I've seen a lot of AB. This is a biased one. I'm not saying who's better, but for me, I'm gonna pick AB.
Okay.
Personally, just from like watching both and watching, highlights of Jerry, seeing how good he was, that breed of football back then, I would have to go with Jerry. Now, however, AB is by far, the better. I guess statistically he's the better player in a sense, right? Am I
Maybe,
right?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't think he's caught him statistically, but
They did a comparison at like age 30. This is like maybe last month, and they're
Yeah.
neck and neck right now.
Yeah,
maybe it's
and
got more
see,
receptions.
I truly believe that, like, you know, that game back in the day was just, it was a different animal than
Yup.
it is today.
Animal.
It was.
So,
It definitely
that's
was.
why I kind of give a lot of credit to those dudes that played back in the day,
Got
This
to.
is like
as opposed to today.
this is a super in the rough moment right now. Like sometimes I'm just out in public and I see people. Like I remember the first time I saw Motormane. Like I was on an interview with Tyree and he was coming outside. And for instance, today, like Fed comes in the room and like I've just been seeing Fed's music on IG and like I know it's popping. Like especially with what he's doing Glasshead and the music videos for that, bro. This is just dope because like the culture is everywhere in Pittsburgh. People just walk in.
Right.
You know, and like you sit as an individual, like I saw you on IG, but should I say something to you? They're like, hey, yo, I saw this, it's popping. I'm
Ultimate question.
just spreading positive vibes.
Right.
You know,
Right.
So-
or do you keep it to yourself?
Now,
Like,
see, this is where you get into a big, this is a big cultural thing, real quick. So, we're not going to go too deep into this, but I want to just bring it up. It's kind of one of the things where you're looked at as a dick rider, or you know what I mean, or somebody that is just, you know, a fucking yes man, like trying to piggy off your back. When you want to DM somebody like, yo, that's dope, or that's type, or you know what I mean. Even on comments, people like look at you like, you know, what the fuck? That's like the way the culture is. Like, and when you don't say it, you're a fucking hater. So it's almost like, in the middle, like, you know, how do you solve that? That's like one of those questions that you kind of have portrayed, and it's one of the big questions that I've seen about our culture for the
Yeah.
past few weeks.
yeah.
And I mean, to be honest, if anyone is listening or that has seen that, all I can say is to continue support the people that you know, the dreams that you can see that people want to achieve. That's all. I mean,
Mhm.
because no matter what, people are gonna hate you for dick riding. They're gonna hate you for not saying shit. Just if you like something, tell them about it. So
that's facts,
that's
honestly.
that's because even giving corrective criticism is better than completely ignoring them.
Oh yeah,
You get what I mean?
yeah.
So
And you can't get to everybody. Like the world is too big to get to everybody.
no, absolutely
gotta
not.
start somewhere.
But I mean, it's not difficult when someone comments to just like their
Right.
comment, just to know that you're
Yeah.
like appreciating them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's facts.
One of the song is called "Death" or "Dick Eating at an All-Time High" by True Emotions. That
Yeah.
shit is hard as fuck.
Yeah.
Like when that came out, I was like, yo, I feel like people might have this opinion of In the Rough that like we just dick ride all day. Like nah, like when I say thorough, like it's our job to be thorough and detailed, so you get the whole picture. Like
Mhm.
we're not trying to.
No, yes,
It's
no,
just
no
for the general
dick
public.
ride.
Like if you're
Absolutely,
speaking for the
man.
general public, you have to speak in an informational way.
Yeah, but that's what journalism is about. So.
Right. And then when you don't write about the people that have been reaching out, it's like you don't like them, but that's not the
Nah,
case.
it's
It's
not
just
the
like
case
there's
at all.
so much.
We
and-
see
really
everything.
not.
Like
Right.
we listen
Right.
to everything. Not you know what I mean. Like I'm exaggerating, but we listen to a lot. Send us it. We're listening to it.
Now that was just a very good conversation to have between the journalism aspect of it, because I mean, I know us as media people, like
Right.
what we do, we deal with that on a regular basis. You guys on your writing standpoint, even doing your videography, it's one of those things, you know. And because we do like everybody, like, and that's like the one thing, because we want to push everybody through here, but it's like we
Yeah.
only have one Tuesday every week, so
Every
and it
week.
gets so tough because then we have good conversations, and then it's next thing you know, 2 hours is over.
Yeah.
It's Joe's bar, right?
Run through 2 hours like
Like,
no time. Man.
Swear.
Could you guys give us a drop, please?
Yeah.
Let us know. Let everybody know that you rocking with the Burgh Boys.
This is In the Rough. You're rocking with the Burgh Boys right now. Every Tuesday. Best night of the week.
Big fact. Burgh Boys. Best podcast in Pittsburgh right now. Burgh Boys.
Thank you guys, man.
Thank you guys. I
man.
appreciate it. Seriously,
and
so
like
much.
we like to ask every guest, because we take a picture with you guys, what would you like your caption to say? It could be emojis.
This is like
it
the
could be-
rainbow for Desus and Mero.
Yeah.
Kinda,
Yeah.
yeah.
Rainbow.
It's
Sorta
kind of like
like
a
that.
rainbow,
Yeah.
but
Sorta
instead
like
it's
a
just
rain-
the caption.
Yeah,
for
you get
our
yeah,
photo.
you get to make the caption.
Yeah, pick the caption for us. What do you want?
I really sit and watch and be like, this is how do you just think on the spot? or
If
something
you're in
like
this situation,
that? I
Yeah.
don't know.
How
We
about
gotta make you write the caption, G.
not one, but two. We
Okay.
twins.
Not one but two. I like that. I
We're
fuck
twins.
with that.
I like
Not
that.
one but two, we twins.
Yeah.
We
We
twins.
twins.
Okay. Okay. like a couple S's or a couple Z's.
Z's. They have to be Z's because of the Burgh
Okay.
Boys.
Yeah.
They gotta be
Okay.
Z's.
Yeah. We gotta put our twang on it. All
Yeah.
right. I feel you. All right.
All right, good.
Okay. I smell you.
All right. Well, hey, we really appreciate you guys coming through.
Appreciate
Thank
you
you
guys.
for everything
Appreciate
you guys
you,
are doing
man.
for the city. Keep pushing DC too.
Will
I would
do.
love to see more of DC. I was just
Will
down
do.
there, so
Oh, come back. What were you there for?
I DJ'd a wedding.
Okay.
It was at the Key Bridge Marriott in
Okay.
Arlington,
This
Virginia.
Oh, you need more of an experience than that.
Oh
like,
no, we
yeah.
went down. Trust me, we went out. We had a
Okay.
good time.
Yeah.
And my buddy lives down there, and
So he's hip to like the DIY scene and
oh,
such.
yeah, everything.
Oh,
man.
yeah, dude,
They're
it's-
in the
It's
scene.
very similar to Pittsburgh. It's a whole nother
It
conversation.
is. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Super crazy down there.
Swear.
Yeah. We're
Well,
both
yeah.
growing.
Thank y'all, honestly.
Yeah.
Of
No
course.
doubt.
Thanks
Stick
for coming.
around and see the rest of the show with us if you want. If you got something to do. It's just the Burgh Boys, man. The Tuesday night chill spot, man.